Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking a look here at Solana, seeing what's going on. As you can tell, I'm not in my office right now. I'm traveling for the next week, so I appreciate the patience for everyone and also just the awesome feedback I've been getting. Yeah, so I'm actually here in Seattle visiting some family. That's originally where I'm from, if you're curious, and it's kind of the deal there. So anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. Business as usual. Let's take a look here at Solana, see what's going on. We're going to double check some important stuff. Some quick little recap here. We can see the price action. These two X's effectively are areas I was considering long positions with. The first one, of course, this lower level liquidation. There's a lot of liquidation down there. It would make sense for the price to pull back to that level to sweep that range and to bounce. Now, we kind of had something similar, but the price bounced perfectly off this double bottom at 141. Now you got to recognize Bitcoin also double bottom too, so this isn't like a big shocker, right? It's kind of par for the course. Solana's still following suit for the most part. The difference is Solana is respecting its descending trend line here where Bitcoin hasn't retested its yet. So that really just implies that we could see some resistance here soon at this 0.236 fib level. In fact, there's a solid chance that we may get a rejection off of this, this area of the cloud, this lower lead. So there's a solid chance we could see this continue lower from here. However, no matter how you look at it, I was looking for a good long at about 151, 152 as potential, because what that would do for us, that would break through that key level resistance and give us more confirmation taken along with confidence. That's generally what you want to try to do, folks. Longs with confidence or shorts with confidence, it just makes a ton more sense. And as we can kind of see here are some confident trade results. We took a nice little SUI trade 2 days ago, 38% for that short. And we took a near protocol long, 32% to the upside. And then of what ETH, that was a long as well, 25% in couple, maybe a day or two. Bitcoin, Aave, those are two shorts. So again, we're hitting the prices in different directions. So the truth is these are low leverage, low position size trades, and they're very safe and effective. So again, just some stuff that happens when you wait for confirmation, right? And I'm only like to talk about that because it is important. It's kind of the sole foundation of being a good trader is to be patient and to make sure you have a sound body, a sound mind, and all those things work well together, right? A lot of our community members, they exercise, they work out frequently. I do too, for the most part, when I can, of course. I don't know so much when I'm traveling, but the truth is those things are all important too. So anyways, I touch on that in my trading academy. Make sure you check that out. That is located here in our university section for our members only section. Be sure to take a look at our trade alerts too. Those are newer, and if you're new to the channel, please read through the signals guide. It's really important. Okay, so let's look at the liquidation levels and go from there. As per usual, we talked about this previously. This area is growing. We can see a lot of liquidation between 140 and 141. There was a minor amount of sweepage here, if that's even the right word. We can see between 141 and 142. So there was a solid amount of liquidation that occurred there. So that is likely why the price action is responding well, because a lot of liquidation happened and folks are just, they're buying that dip. They're essentially taking long at the local support, which makes sense. We're essentially range bound. You can see we've touched this area 1, 2, 3 times now. So it does seem sensible that price action is going to hold. However, the more often you test something, the more like it is to break. And I think we continue down to that lower, that 141 range again. It's going to break. It's going to run. There's a good chance of that. Anyways, we got about 2 billion at about that 141 and about 1 billion at 139. So somewhere in the range of 3 billion at that level. All right, so that's just kind of that heavy liquidation area. Let's take a look at the daily time frame, work our way down, kind of see what's going on here, because some important stuff. Because when we talked about this yesterday, we can see that there's a lot of moving averages above the price action. So that's exactly why I wanted to get a confirming, closure on the daily, preferably over 150. Not only would that put us above that 0.382 fib level, it would give us, a chance to be above a 200-day SMA, and that's usually a good sign. It also would put us above a lot of moving averages, important moving averages on the smaller time frame, specifically the 4-hour. But if we look here, there's nothing truly bullish yet. We're still under 50 on the RSI. Most coins are right here with it, minus SUI, for example. That's just exactly why we shorted, because it has a lot of room for downside with those fair value gaps. Anyways, the whole point of me pointing this out is that we got a stochastic swing to the upside. We're seeing this second little push here up. The second one is generally more favorable, and at this point we can see we got a bullish engulfing candle so far today. So again, we close at 146 or higher. There might be a decent chance we consider a long position. Let's double check here. We go again. What we want though, we want Bitcoin to close in the 60K range or higher, mainly because, and I know it's like, hey, why the heck does this guy keep bringing up Bitcoin, right? this coin calls the shots. That's the truth. So we close above this X, so to speak. That's an area of resistance, specifically on the 4-hour. We can see a lot of moving averages right there, and if Solana responds similarly, we break this descending trend line, which we're kind of doing right now, there's a solid chance we could run to that 150, 151 range. Okay, so I think that Solana has potential, especially with us breaking above the 20-day SMA on the 4-hour, and with us being also at that 50 range on the RSI. We're in decent shape here, more likely to see further upside based on those momentous indicators. Okay, so we're starting to see that shift in momentum. Bitcoin is right on the edge, but it's not quite there yet. Solana looks like it's getting over the edge, and it's about ready to continue to run. Again, a little premature, but also still very, very relevant. All right, let's take a look at the Ichimoku cloud on the hourly. And we just want to confirm a couple of things here and call it a day. The truth here is that we're still below the cloud, so generally speaking, you don't necessarily want to try to trade into that. But, however, if you do take a look at the conversion line and baseline, they're intersecting, we see that momentum shift. We can say lagging span is almost free and clear. That's usually a very, very good sign to consider long position on the hourly with tight margins, mind you. You're not going to take it long to the moon. No, nobody should do that. If you're listening to other idiots that tell you to do that, then you're probably looking in the wrong place, which I'm glad you stumbled on my channel then, if that's the case. Otherwise, either way you look at it here, my whole point of talking about this is just it's a good situation we're in right now. Solana seems to be looking like it's transitioning nicely. Pending Bitcoin doesn't make a run towards 57.5 to sweep that lower level liquidation, then I think Solana is going to probably continue further up. Now, we're waiting to take a long or short with Bitcoin, depending on how the candlestick closes today. So Solana is the same thing here. I would say you should probably wait. We're still under some resistances here, but we're getting very, very close to breaking free from them. Once again, on the 4-hour time frame, if we look here, we can recognize that the SMAs, while we're above the 20, we're still under the 50. And again, it would feel better to take a long in the 150 range than it would right now. But once more, I know it seems kind of crazy and nonsensical to some people to take a long at a higher price point, but in the big picture, it just makes more sense. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense to you and I described the majority of this here correctly. I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, hit the like button, comment below. Do yourself a favor, join us over on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. We got some pretty cool things coming along your way. I would probably prioritize Discord just because we got a significantly awesome group of traders over there, and it's just a lot of fun. So thanks again, everyone, for making my life a better place. I appreciate you all being in it, and we'll look forward to seeing you next one. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care.